The late adopter, he's grown pneumonia. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller. The late adopter, he's grown pneumonia. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamins and painkiller.
Bam. The late adopter. Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily every single day, 9:30 Central European time. How's everybody doing? We just got new member, Ross Wheeler. I just want to say that. Enjoy the green name, enjoy the emojis. Nothing eventful is happening. Somebody said there is a head and shoulders pattern on the 15-minute chart. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I just checked out. I don't see it. But we don't have any more like 11th green soldier here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 green soldiers, but no 11th green soldier, unfortunately. So that kind of stopped us out a little bit. Somebody said there was 12 green soldiers on Ethereum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 green soldiers on Ethereum. You know, so that's something. I don't know how far back does Ethereum go with soldiers, you know, but I don't know if we can compare with Bitcoin, but you know, that's something. Also, before we start, somebody was mentioning something about SIA, saying, you know, oh, SIA pumped a lot and stuff like that. It does look like pumped a lot. This looks really sketchy move up here, and here, you know, the sketchy move kind of reveals itself. This is the daily pump. You can see here 26% up, 35% all the way to the up. You would think that this has actually been going on entire day, but you know, when you see it here up here, it's just jumped on 1 4-hourly candle. It just jumped on 1 hourly candle. 30 minutes candle jumped the same amount. You know, in 30 minutes, it actually didn't do it entire day. 30 minutes, 15 minutes, same thing. 10 minutes, same thing. 5 minutes, you can see here in 5 minutes it jumped 34%. You can see here 33% jump in 5 minutes. 2-minute chart, it jumped, how much was that? 2-minute chart, 29%, and one candle, first candle. So this jumped in 1 minute 20%, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Actually use 5 minutes in total to jump 33%. So everybody's looking at the daily chart and thinking, oh, this is just going up, of course, but nah, it just manipulated stuff that pumps in 5 minutes and then, you know, bleeds towards downside. So whether it's gonna have another pump or whatever is gonna happen, doesn't matter. I mean, you know, the 30% pumps are nice. I don't mind that, but you know, I would like to know, you know, predicting the pumps would be nice. This is not predictable. This actually happened exactly after the daily close, exactly on the dollar after the daily close. Let's see here on the 1-minute chart. 1-minute chart. This is 1:59. This is exactly as soon as we hit the new daily close, it jumped 35% exactly on the daily close. So you know, whether CA is nice or what CA is doing, it really doesn't matter. It's nice pump, went up to some kind of resistance right now. Whether this is the last resistance or not, it kind of depends. Not gonna watch that. We're gonna watch what's happening in Bitcoin right now and how is that actually working out. 12 green cans on DAG as well. Yeah, I think there are you know, other coins that also have 12 green soldiers as well. There is a bull flag breaking on BTC. Bull flag. I think you gotta go down here. Would you call this bull flag? I don't know if I would call that bull flag. And anything else like, I don't know. Maybe it is some kind of bull flag, but it you know, it's too long. Usually it's something here and then breaks out. It's too long to be a bull flag. I wouldn't say it's a bull flag. Can you give your thoughts on the head and shoulder pattern on the weekly Cardano? Yeah, somebody else saying that Cardano is going to go down to 13 or something like that. Let's see here, ARA USD. And let's add USD. No, let's not use this one. Let's use Tether over here. Somebody saying that Cardano is going to go because I had the shoulders pattern. You know, whether this is you know, depends on how you draw the head and shoulders pattern. Depends on how you draw it, because it's really hard to draw the head and shoulders pattern. You really have to do some magic up here to create. Maybe it's something like this over here, but you know, then it failed. If this is right now the right shoulder, you know, it should be something like it. It just doesn't make sense. This should be the head, you know. It should be some kind of I don't see the head and shoulders, but you know, where it's gonna go down to 0.13, you said down here, you know, it can go down. It's only 95%. It's only 95%, you know, correction. So if we are in the bear market, anything can go down. Now we're gonna go do and see what's happening with Bitcoin right now, and I think it's some kind of a rising wedge up here. I drew it here on the charts, and I'm gonna show you. I think it's some kind of rising wedge. Even with this breakdown, it's still a rising wedge. I think it's still a rising wedge because it's this trend line over here. It's really nice. Now this rising wedge, it should break to the downside definitely up here. I think the probability right now is pretty big, and I don't know if we can get up to 44,000, guys. I don't know if we can get up to 45,000. Here is the 45,000, right? And you know, here's the 5,000. Here's the 50,000 something. You know, we are so close up there. Maybe we go some with a week down and then break on the downside. I don't know how this is gonna play out. It's really difficult to figure out. But I think this head and this rising wedge is still in play, even though it failed, you know, to break down here and continue going up here. What's happening here right now? It's we got a lot of divergences, guys. We got a lot of divergences. Let's turn off this down here. And I don't know, we got a lot of divergences. So this was the first divergence, right? First divergence, second divergence, and now comes the third divergence up here, and you can see here that the price is still going up over here. So 1, 2, 3, we got 3 divergences up here. Down here it was bullish and bullish hidden RSI divergence, but over here there is no divergence. So right now this bottom part is corrected, the upper part is still not correct. So I'm thinking we might actually go something like this up here, you know, not you know, fail to get above the all-time high and then break on the downside. I'm not quite sure how this is going to play out, but it does not look good for the upside, guys. It does not, in the short term, it does not look for the upside. Now if we do break to the upside, get some kind of 45,000 and break above that, like this can be super bullish, because these rising wedges that break to the upside, if a rising wedge break to the upside, you are bullish, doesn't matter what, because they usually break to the downside. But if it breaks to the upside, you become super bullish, right? But if it breaks to the downside, that's expected. Right now I think I'm more leaning more towards the downside than towards the upside, because of all the all the divergences. It is correcting, but it is going a little bit too high. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. That cat bounce, perfect time for the bears to kill the bullishness. Bear market from all alts have lower lows and lower highs on the monthly charts. I don't know if you're gonna use altcoins as a benchmark for you know, leading indicator for what Bitcoin is doing, you know, but we are hitting definitely some kind of highs. You can see over here we are not that far away to hitting the 200 moving average on Bitcoin up here at 44,800. We are not that far away, so I'm saying like we can still go up there, but you know, a lot of people are waiting for this number up here to come up there and then to short. You know, a lot of people are waiting to hit the 200 moving average to short. But you know, I'm thinking it might already start dropping a little bit down from here, because we are extended from the 20 and the 50 moving average on the daily. We are just extended down here above the 20 and 50 moving average on daily. Sure, we can continue going up and all that is nice and dandy, but extension is pretty decent and right now, and this 200 moving average is not that far away. Also, the weekly time frame will actually become very bullish. If we close above What's that? If we close above 38,998 today, we're gonna be, we're gonna have a very bullish weekly close, because this weekly is gonna break all kinds of resistances up here. That very important resistance as well. Also the 20 moving average. It doesn't have to get above the 20 moving average, but it will break above a lot of important moving averages. And then of course depends whether the pullback, the retest goes below the previous supports. If it goes below the previous supports, then we can continue dumping down, but it is nonetheless a decent weekly close. On the daily, like we said, there might be some kind of rising wedge up here on the 4-hourly. There is definitely some kind of rising wedge up here, and I think the probability right now is more to the downside than to the upside, because of all the divergences, because of all of the extensions and so forth. I think the probability is the downside. Also, if you look at our channels and the targets up here, let me just see, this should be moved there. If you look at the targets up here, 42.7, yeah, that's the other line. So this weekly trend line over here, it is working. Let me just clean up everything. There is a weekly trend line up here, like this over here, that's hitting this target at 42 exactly on the dollar. It is working really nicely so far. 4-hourly, you can see it here, dollar, it is holding it pretty decently up here, not breaking. So maybe that's the final resistance right now, because that's one of the resistances that we have right now, beside the 44,000 levels, right? That's this trend line over here that goes right over here, hits these targets really nicely here and down here. So it is a nice trend line, and right now we are hitting that exact point, because it's between the 100 and 200, so it's not a moving average, it's not a horizontal support resistance line, because there is nothing up here in this area up here. So it has to be some kind of a trend line, and this is the best trend line found. And I think this trend line is right now that's causing us, a resistance right now, and we're gonna see how far this actually goes. Let's go back to the chart up here, zoom in on the daily, and you can see here, that's the this trend line over here. It's the one that's actually causing us right now some problems. Let's remove the moving averages for a second and zoom in on the 4-hourly up here, and we are expecting these numbers like 43,000, 44,005, 45,000. These are all legit resistance line, right? This is the weekly resistance line. There is also daily 200 moving average, weekly 20 moving average, weekly horizontal resistance line. This is the channel resistance. These are the channel resistance. So even this channel resistance can be acting as a resistance once we get to there, but we don't have to get to there, because this trend line over here. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4 resistances right above. So which one is actually gonna stop us? Depends, but this seems like a very plausible right now, plausible stop, because of the trend line. And now people know about this trend line. Like everybody knows us about 44, about 44, 5, 45, sorry, about 45, 44, maybe even 43, but not a lot of people know about 42 line, 42, 4, all right? I don't think a lot of people know about this line up here. Maybe they do, but less people know about this line than these targets up here, because 200 moving average, 20 moving average weekly, these are very easy targets to support resistance lines to identify. Also the horizontal resistance line identify. Trend lines are a little bit more tricky, although this one is not that hard to figure out, but I think less people know about it than the other ones. So whatever it's most whatever it's gonna wreck most people, that's where probability should be lying, right? And then we got this rising wedge. We can draw the rising wedge up here. I think it's something like this, give or take, right? Give or take. I think it's a nice line. I think it's a decent rising wedge. So you got this rising wedge that's coming into this mesh of resistances, right? Mesh of resistances, and this rising wedge is coming up with the three divergences. three divergences right now, and it's trying to, you know, get to some kind of resistance. But there is a lot of resistance here. There is a lot of divergence. There is a rising wedge. We are extending on the daily from the moving averages on the 4-hourly as well. So probability to break higher, you know, it can happen. Like, I'm not saying that it cannot happen. It can happen. We can still go higher and break, and I hope that happens. But right now I'm looking at this rising wedge, and if the rising wedge breaks on the downside, that's expected. But guys, I'm gonna tell you this only once. If we break this rising wedge to the upside, that's very, very bullish sign. Especially if you get above all of these resistance, that's gonna be super bullish sign, because this is really hard thing to do right now. And if you do that, that means that, you know, bulls are in control. Bulls are pushing the price. You know, new money is flowing in. This is gonna be the most bullish thing that you can experience in Bitcoin so far for the last 3-4 months. This is the most bullish thing that you can experience right now. Breaking out this wedge to the upside and going, you know, to some kind of high. If you just break to the upside right over here to some kind of resistance and then break to the downside, that's expected. We can also we are either expecting some kind of move towards downside out of this wedge, or some kind of, you know, move to upside and then move to the downside. We are not expecting actually you know, breaking the 25,000, you know, establishing ourselves above the 45,000 level. We are expecting some kind of either some kind of move to the upper resistances in the 44-45 area, or some kind of just breakdown out of this wedge towards downside to find some kind of support down here. Either the movie, some kind of moving average, some kind of channel support, some kind of you know, horizontal support, some kind of support. We are looking to find, you know, to establish ourselves, to you know, get these moving averages to come to us and so forth before we actually continue up. But if we break it above the 45,142, if we break above here and establish the price up here, that's going to be the most bullish thing that you can experience. It's just natural to cool off, you feel, after such a crazy run-up. Yes, of course it's natural, but can you explain why it's natural? I know why it's bad. Why so stressed today, Michael? Magnus, why so stressed today? I'm not stressed, man. What you talking about? What you talking about? I got my coffee, I got, you know, my charts, you know. I'm not stressed. Everything's fine. Everything is green, man. Everything is in green. How can I key up on this Bitcoin playing I will like to be among? I'm not sure what you said there. Do you think we can reach 100k end of the year? It depends. It depends really much, guys. Everything depends right now on the weekly. Everything depends on the weekly, guys, of this 20 moving average. This is the very important level to break. If we get rejected by the 20 moving average, probability to, you know, continue going up, it's gonna be high. But if you get rejected by the 20 moving average, that's a bear market indication, guys. So, you know, if you get rejected, like, yeah, just cool off for next what's that, 9 months left. Cool off for next 9 months, and you know, come back after 9 months. What's the story with CryptoPunks? I don't know what CryptoPunks is. What is the give light must endure burning? Yeah, so basically, any more questions, guys, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Can you show moon phase chart where new moon is? New moon is coming at 8th of August, guys. New moon is coming at 8th of August. Right now, you know, we had this is the weekly, daily. Let's go daily. You can see here, this is the full moon, and right now full moon has been busting us towards the upside. But 8th of August, that's over here. 8th of August, that's where we get to the new moon, this one, and that's gonna push us down. Now, usually you can see here 3-4 days before that it can actually start. So 3-4 days, like up here, you know, we can already start going down here. Yeah, it doesn't have to happen on the day, like, you know, to move to the upside downside. Like it can start both before and after, you know. So, but overall from the moon phases to the moon phases, you know, it looks nice. It looks nice. So right now we're expecting the new moon. We are expecting some kind of pullback. So are we considered in the bull market for crypto now? No, we are not. I have a question. Is it still a no? Yes, it's still a no, man. It's still a no. People started front run moon phases, so it will be a few days early. Yeah, maybe it will. So 6 to 7. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know, it can both. It can board. See here, this is a new moon while the price was pumping. You know, and then a few days later it then starts. You know, but here the full moon, few days before it starts going up. You know, so it can be both here and here. You know. So we don't know, but you know, but overall the moon phases are actually pretty legit. Tiela, what is the level you expect as the bottom on the fourth rising wedge? I'm not quite sure what you mean by fourth rising wedge though. I'm not quite sure what you mean by the fourth rising wedge. But you mean 4 hourly rising wedge? I said it's pretty legit. I don't know. Depends where we you know, where we exit this over here. But if you just assume we exit up here around 38,000, give or take. Maybe down to this bottom down here. Maybe that's confirmation for where you're gonna exit around 38.4, something like that. If you exit, like that's only if you break down. That's the only first target. You know, it can just continue going down and down. But the patterns are only showing you, like, it doesn't matter what kind of pattern you have. It only shows you the first target. It doesn't show you, you know, that can be continuation or that can be reversal, right? The patterns only show the first target. So this is only the first target up here. That's the first target on the downside, you know, and the upside is like something 47,000. And let's see if this breaks the upside though, because you know it can break the upside. Upside is 46,000, you know. So which way are we going, guys? Which way are we going? Because if we break the upside, you know, it's gonna be super bullish. On the downside is expected. If we cannot reach 20 MA weekly before the new moon, is the move up considered failed, or can we have a new try? We can have a new try. The move isn't failed until we actually fail it. You know, just because we close here, you know, the next week just continue going all the way up. It really doesn't matter. This will continue going something like this, you know. We can continue going up. Let me just draw it over here. We can also go up all the way here with the wick, right? And you know, next week we can try again. The failure comes, it's kind of difficult to explain, but you know, the failure comes when you see that we are hitting the resistance, because right now we are not even testing it. This isn't even testing. You gotta test it. I mean, you gotta hit it, right? You gotta hit it. Doesn't matter if you hit it with wick or not. After that, if you get like big red candle, something like that, you know, after a week or two, you can say that's a rejection, and then you have more, you know, more reliable downtrend. But it's gonna take a while before you can say that it's actually rejected, because right now, technically, we are not yet rejecting the 20 moving average. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Learning from your final, I have decided I will never marry. Can I take short positions? If you want, man. If you want, you know, you do what you wanna do with your money. 30% of traders are women, and that is why moon matters. Yeah, maybe that's it. You take long at 38. No, I don't. I'm gonna see how it actually plays out, but you know, a pullback. If I can see that, you know, that there is something in the chart that's telling me that this might, because what we are waiting for is the daily, at least the daily pullback to some kind of moving averages, right? We are even extended from the 10 moving average, you know. So at least, oh, look at this, guys, look at this. The pullback on the rising wedge goes exactly to the 10 moving average down here, to the 10 moving average. So if you get a pullback down here, maybe to the 10 moving average down here. This is on the daily, so maybe that's gonna happen. No, but if I were to get in on this on the long, I would wait all the way down here at 35,000, something like that. I think maybe if this continues climbing up, then it's gonna be 38 or something like that. Down here is 36. But you know, 10 moving average, it's just too quick, man. It's just too quick. I mean, it can be something like this. You can see once it starts running, it runs on the 10 moving average in the bull market and then drops to the 20, right? Drops below 20, but it runs on the 10 moving average. So maybe 10 moving average, pullback to the 10 moving average might be some kind of entry down here. Moving to the 10 moving average might be some kind of entry down here. 10 moving average when we pull back down there to 10 moving average and then continue running up. But I don't know. It's tricky to know when to go long. Funny notion, I always consider crypto traders, man. I never imagined a woman. Cardano smart contract end of August. News already priced in. We are more likely to break down. BTC daily chart is overbought. The signs are there. Weekly still bullish. Maybe we're gonna get a weekly cross, guys. Maybe we're gonna get weekly MACD cross. If you see here, where is it? You can see here the MACD line is curving towards the signal line, so maybe in 2-3 weeks we get the bullish MACD cross on the weekly time frame.Maybe. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying maybe. You know, that's gonna be nice. Somebody's bearish around here. Wait, we never had 10 green days in a row for... Yeah, we had, but you have to go back to like 2014 or something like that. We checked it yesterday. What we already broke down... We didn't break down. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? We're still in the rising version and didn't break down. Dodge Daddy time, not now. I mean, how can you play Dodge Daddy when we are expecting the new moon and the breakdown? Fear and Greed index is 60, go figure. Yeah. Waiting to cross for confirmation. Yeah, MACD cross on the weekly, it's nice. But keep remembering this, guys. I'm gonna show you right now on the weekly MACD cross. So this cross down here, right? The MACD cross that we are waiting. If you go back in time, you'll see that this has happened before in 2014 down here. So not that long ago. You can see here what happened exactly. It's playing exactly as it's playing right now. We had this down move and then we held the 50 moving average and pumped on the 50 moving average right over here. We even crossed the zero line on MACD, pumped up here and got the bullish cross right over here. And what happened when you got the bullish cross? That was actually the top. That was the top. So above the 20 moving average, you know, we went on the moving average, but that was actually top. This was some kind of a triangle and then we broke down. And this on this breakout, this down breakout from this move to upside, that was actually indicate like, okay, this is done, this is finished, let's go down. This is the last hope for you know, that it was last hope to get above here, but you know, once you get into below the 10 moving average, broke down here, that was it. So you can play exactly as it played before here. Go below the zero line, come up here, get this cross, get above the 20, get everybody FOMO in, you know, oh, we above 20, super bullish, bull run is on, and then drop down. You know, it might actually play exactly as 2014. As you can see here, you know, you are getting below the zero line down here, below zero line, you're curving upwards. You're gonna get this cross. Maybe next week we go above the 20 moving average, and then we get this cross, right? And then everybody FOMOs in, and suddenly, you know, goes here and then drops down and goes, you know, forever. So that might also be a play in the cards, you know. So just because you got some kind of you know, bullish cross doesn't mean, you know, that's gonna continue. We always gotta, you know, watch the Bitcoin day by day, see what's actually happening. Will this actually continue or not? But right now we are not even on the 20 moving average. We haven't even tested the 20 moving average on the weekly, which I kind of feel we have to test it. So I'm kind of right now it's at 44, but next week it's gonna be something like, how that's 44, around 43.5 or something like that. I think it's gonna be down here, so it's gonna be easier to hit. So maybe next week you just go and start, just go with the wick on the upside, and then you know, continue down. Maybe. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, guys. Nobody knows. We just assuming stuff. We are just assuming stuff. Let's see how this might actually play out. That was a year later from cycle. I don't know. Let me see here. I don't think it was a year later. This is December 2013 and this is June. No, this is 6 months. Exactly 6 months away. 26 bars. Let me see in days. How many days this is? How many days this is? You know, days are easier than the weeks. 183 days. Oh, it's not easier. Yeah, 6 months. Around 6 months. I don't know. 6 months. But sure, it was a longer cycle and whatnot, right? It took a while to get to this 20 moving average. You can see here we broke down test up here, went down to 50. But after you get down to the 50 moving average, then we tried to bounce up. We got above all the moving averages and then it went into this triangle pattern up here that we broke to the downside, right? So what's happening right now is that we went down to the 50 moving average and right now going up to the 20, and you know that's gonna be a very important thing to note. Late adopter, can't understand. Are you bullish or bearish? Well, I was looking for longer down here, never got in, but you know I was expecting some kind of move towards the upside. That's nice. It just went a lot faster than I actually expected it to go. So that's nice and everything, but right now, you know, all I'm looking for actually, I'm more bearish than bullish. I'm gonna be bullish after we break the, 200 moving average, 20 moving average and so forth. Up here, I'm gonna be bullish, but right now I think I'm more bearish than bullish. I gotta go, we'll watch, thanks TLA. You don't have to watch, this is finished, we're done, man, we're done. The Beautins, thanks man for stopping by. My bad, not a year. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome, that's why I'm here. Weren't we forming some kind of a bear flag? I don't know. No, yeah, people are saying that this is a bear flag, but it's not a bear flag. You know, I said it before. Bear flag don't go like this. Bear flag don't go to the downside. Bear flags don't go to the downside. Bear flags go to the upside. This is a bear flag, and then goes down, right? So price goes down, then it slowly climbs towards the upside, and then goes down. That's a bear flag. The same way a bull flag goes up, and then it goes slowly to downside or maybe even sideways and then continues towards the upside. But it doesn't do like this. It doesn't go towards the upside. I mean, it can do that, but usually doesn't. So people are saying that this over here was a bear flag. It's not. Thank you for your niceness. It made me money. I don't know how Uranus made you money because that's like 30-year indicator, but you know, whatever. He's neither bullish nor bearish, he's a husband. Why no blow off top has been explained with the alt ox domination. No, blow off tops happen in the markets where you have a dump money, right? So anywhere you have dump money, just buying like crazy, you have blow off tops. This is normal. This is normal reaction. Doesn't matter when dump money is buying, and you know dump money has always been buying in Bitcoin ever since now. You know you have always had these blow off tops. These are normal because you know the dump money. We the retail traders, me and you, we are dump money. We just buy, and then we see it goes down, and then we start selling down here, right? We don't know to start selling slowly, you know, because we don't have 2 billion in. To sell, right? So every time there is dump money, you get these blow off tops, right? They are normal. This is the first time we didn't have the blow off top, and that's really easy to explain by you know big guys have to offload, and these kind of tops, these rounded tops, these are also tops, but these are rounded tops. These are sell off tops. They are very normal. In tech analysis, that they happen all the time. But they're also tops. They're not blow off tops like over here. They're not blow off tops, but they are still tops nonetheless. Anyways, guys, you know, there is not a lot of more chat. Can you look at VChain? What am I gonna look at VChain? It went up to the, you know, certain levels up here to 10 moving average. Right now he's gonna see if it's gonna break it. It's gonna have really nice close if it closes above, what's that? If it closes above 0.08, it's gonna have a nice close up here. But you know, it's doing just the same thing that Bitcoin is doing. So if Bitcoin goes down, VChain goes down, and everything else goes down. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Do you worry about regulation as much as people in the United States? Not really. I've seen that Binance, you know, is gonna stop margin trading. You know, they have been, you know, stopped in the US. But I think it's more fight against the Binance and then the crypto. But you know, who knows? Regulation is always learning. Just pay your taxes. You know, you're gonna be good. You know, you're allowed to trade. It's not against the law. You know. Maybe you're not allowed to trade on Binance in US, maybe you're not do margin trading on Binance in Europe, you know, but you're allowed to do margin trading on Bybit or whatever in Europe, and you're allowed to trade on KuCoin in the US, you know. Trading is not against the law. Paying taxes, just pay your taxes, and you're gonna be fine. There's no problem. Somebody asks you, hey man, who are you? You tell me your name, you know, KYC, whatever. That's the regulation. If you are in it for the money, there is no problem. Now, if you're in it for decentralization, taking down the banks, changing the government, creating some kind of a new system, you know, that's when you are getting into some kind of trouble. But as long as you pay tax and trade, like, who's against that? Who's against that? There is no government in the world that's against trading and, you know, retail traders. Like, they're pushing retail because they know 99% of retail traders lose money. Why wouldn't they allow retail traders to trade crypto? Like, hey guys, just pay tax, just give me my cut. You can trade as much as you want. Just give me my cut. That's what governments, you know, care about. Government doesn't care about you. They just care about 30% of your income, you know. Just 30%, man. Just 30%. And then 5% of your, you know, rest of net value. And then 3% of this and 2% of that. And when you buy that cake in that shop, I want also 15% of that. And when you fill on the gas, I want 20% of that. You know, they just care about their cut. As long as government gets their cut, there's no problem with anything. You know, crypto is fine as long as you pay your cut. I call this Bart Simpson's pattern. No, you haven't seen the real Bart Simpson's pattern, man. We gotta go back, man. Up here. This was so funny, man. Where is it? 2008. This is the Bart Simpson era over here. Like, we are going like straight down, straight up. Look at this. Up here, right up, right down. Like, this happens so often that people are calling it the pattern. I'm not looking for them, but you know, it was happening so much. I vote for you. Guys, vote Magnus for president. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. You know, so if you're gonna take anything from this video, pay your taxes. You know, nobody's gonna make any problems for you guys. Nobody's gonna make any kind of problems for you guys. Just pay your taxes, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. That's it, guys. And Bitcoin is gonna do, you know, we are waiting for some kind of, maybe some kind of pullback. We just had 4-hourly close 10 minutes ago. We didn't even notice it. Let's see how 1-hourly closed down here. Close below 10 moving average. 10 moving average sitting down here. It looks like it's gonna drop to the downside. It doesn't have that much spawn, but you know, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see that. I'm leaning more right now towards downside and towards the upside. I'm leaning more towards that. We can still get some kind of pump to like 45,000, but I think it's more likely to go down than towards the upside. If you go to the upside, like, I would look for the downside, but if we break above 45,000, I think that's a big, you know, big bull signal. I think that's a big bull signal. If we can establish ourselves above 45,000, if we can establish ourselves above 44,000, that's a big bull signal. But right now, I think it's more likely to go down than up. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow, 9:30 Central European Time. Hit the like button on the way up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit the notification button so you get notifications when we do go live, and we do go live every single day. Also, check out Patreon if you want some kind of exclusive content. And that's it, guys. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Come back tomorrow. Oh, wait, one more thing. Can you look at BTC dominance for the end? Yeah, we're gonna look at two things. BTC dominance, that's what I wanted to talk about actually before we start the show. So good thing, man. Thought, very nice call. No, it's not a call. Relax, very nice call. Relax, very nice call. We're gonna look at BTC dominance up here. And there was one thing I want to show you, because we've been talking about BTC dominance and we're saying like when Bitcoin goes up, and the dominance goes up, like over here, what's happening then, guys? What's happening when Bitcoin goes up and dominance goes up? What's happening right then? That means that Bitcoin is gaining more than altcoins, right? That's what it means, right? On the other side, if Bitcoin goes up and the dominance goes down, what does that mean? That means that Bitcoin, although it is going up, altcoins are going up more. Okay, so this means that altcoins are making more money than Bitcoin. Okay, so if Bitcoin goes up and the dominance goes down, just like over here, no, not over here. Yeah, wait. Yeah, just like over here when we had a bull market, right? Bull market. The price of Bitcoin was going up, the dominance was going down. What's happened then? Altcoins are making more money than Bitcoin. That's just the way it is, right? That's normal. That's normal. So when the price of Bitcoin goes up, dominance goes down. That means that altcoins are making more money. On the other hand, if the price of Bitcoin goes down and the dominance is going down, that means that altcoins are losing more money than Bitcoin. Although Bitcoin is going down, the altcoins No, wait. When Bitcoin is going down and altcoin and dominance is going up. When Bitcoin is going down, dominance going up. That means that altcoins are losing more money than Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin is going down and dominance is going down, that means that altcoins are gaining more than Bitcoin. Even though it's going down. So that means that Bitcoin is going down faster than the altcoins. That said, what's happening up here, guys? What's happening up here? Because we have some kind of rise up here. We have some kind of rise, and this is a perfect rising wedge. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but it is a perfect rising wedge, guys. Where is it? It's a perfect rising wedge on the Bitcoin dominance. I usually don't do like patterns on the Bitcoin dominance because, you know, whatever, but it looks like it might actually break the downside up here. So what's gonna happen if it breaks the downside? Well, there are two scenarios. If we break to the downside, that means that the altcoin dominance Bitcoin dominance will go down. And right now it depends on what Bitcoins are. If Bitcoin goes up and dominance falls down up here, if Bitcoin goes up and dominance goes down, that means that Bitcoin will continue going up and, you know, create, you know, gain more than altcoins, right? But if the Bitcoin also start going down with altcoins going down, that means that altcoins are gonna that Bitcoin is gonna drop more than altcoins. Wow, now I'm confused. Anyways, it's a rising wedge. You can analyze whether, you know, it's gonna be good or bad for altcoins, but it is a rising wedge, and, you know, we are expecting a move to the downside, not to the upside. So keep it in mind. Yeah, BT is dominance. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it. BT is dominance. Whatever. See you around, guys. See you around. Let's now play the ending song and be finished with it.
The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack.
And hit the like button on the way out.
The late adopter, the crypto doctor. He's got what you need, he's your vitamin to painkiller. The late adopter, he's growing on ya. His lines are insane, he's your crack and dopamine dealer. The late adopter, the crypto doctor.
There's my stop button. Where's the stop button? There it is. Good morning.